Wednesday, everybody, and welcome back to Wooper Watch. It's me, Mr. Aidan, and my buddy Cyanize.
Hello. Yeah, it's been really interesting the past few weeks. Both news wise and personal life wise, but you can go into it first if you
It's
want.
it's been interesting. I'm moving out for college like crazy soon, so I've been trying to schedule all my stuff in advance. I still need to pack. I'm putting all my stuff together. Oh my god, it's been a whirlwind, but I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it
Yeah.
work, man.
I'm finishing up with summer college classes. And I'm still kind of on a little break with YouTube. Still like in like a limbo state of like I don't know what I want to do with it. And it's probably a good thing I decided to do that because everything came crashing down. This funny YouTuber by the name of Noir Heart featured me on a Mario Bros. Wii like hack or whatever. And that video has 100,000 views, and now all of a sudden I have a bunch of eyes just like staring at me, like, what are you gonna do next, Mr. Cyanize? And I'm like, I don't know. And now I'm getting like like people are reaching out to me about like various like deals and stuff. I'm in another like YouTuber server now, and like it has a bunch of like YouTubers I looked up to as a kid. Some PokeTubers in there too. Like it's crazy. Like
Cyan, you need to vouch for me. Cyan, let me in.
yeah, you've probably recognized a few of them. But it's crazy. Like all of a sudden, like it's so weird because there's servers that just did not give a fuck about me, and now I'm getting pinged by them, and they're just like, "Hey, are you the guy in that video?" And they're like, "Yeah," or I'm like, "Yeah," and it's oh my god, it's
I
just
was in the
scary.
video. I made a cameo. They blamed it all on me. Let me in.
It's genuinely scary how many people like have recognized me and are reaching out now to like they want me to do stuff with them, and it's so weird, and I didn't even do anything. So
I was
thank
on
you, Noir
screen for
Heart.
3 seconds. Let me in. Where's my 5 minutes of fame?
Well, you see, you didn't make a funny joke about Kamek's gender reveal, so you it's not,
Damn it.
that is one of my favorite jokes now, and I'm taking that to the grave. I don't know why the comments love that joke so much specifically when I described that song, but yeah, it's been a wild in for me. I hopefully I'm gonna upload again soon. I don't know. There's a lot going on now. I'm busy. My mind's a whirlwind. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, that's my life.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I got that one stream and it was like, why do I have so many people watching right now? Now you see it. Now
Yeah,
you have the oh my god moment. You know what I mean?
it's
You understand
terrifying.
now.
Terrifying how many people are reaching out and just like, hey, you're so cool. I want to do stuff with you. Not like weird sexual stuff, of course, just like YouTube stuff.
Dude, ride that wave, man. I'm not even gonna say maybe you should do script. No, lock the fuck in on the funny moments, man. You got people knocking at your door. Ride
I
the wave, bro.
maybe I was like thinking about. I was like, maybe I just stopped doing funny moments right when people started getting interested in them. Like,
Yeah, no. Double down.
I'm started to like. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, did I just stop right when they started popping off?
Cyan, I put all my bets on red. You need to put all yours on black right now.
Always bet
What
on
I'm saying.
black.
Bro thinks he's Batman.
I am. I'm Lego Batman specifically.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be the Lego version? No, I actually no. I would specifically pick the Brave and the Bold Batman.
That's not a bad
That's the
Batman.
one I would do.
I think I would.
It's the other kind of silly Batman.
That was cool. I think I'd do 2004 Batman if I had to pick. Mostly because I grew up with the movie.
Which
That
one is
shows.
2004?
Um, it's not considered the oddball of the series, but it's like one of the better animated Batman shows that nobody talks about for some reason.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, you can
I
look
think
it
I know
up.
which one you're talking about.
He had a movie with a
Oh,
Dracula.
it's this one. It's this one. Got
Yeah,
it.
I don't know why. I think he's so cool.
I grew up on Brave and the Bold because I only caught a couple episodes, but I had the DS game. So that's why I love Brave and the Bold Batman so much. I watched a couple episodes. I've been meaning to sit down and actually watch the series in full.
Yeah.
So
No, I
Because
mean,
it's a very specific kind of superhero you don't see nowadays.
no, I know, I get it. Like it's an iconic design though. Like I had a lot of figures and I saw a lot of things from that design. I just never watched the show of it. Like I saw him around as well.
Yeah, I like my Batman silly yet somehow completely confident.
Hmm.
That's how I like it. Because everything in that show is complete lunacy, yet it's played completely straight. You know what I mean? Like it's all the most insane stuff of the DC universe. Like the
Right.
most insane things that you would not see in modern stuff. It's like, oh, we got to be all serious, but it's just Batman playing it completely straight. Like he can't get hypnotized by Gorilla Grodd because like I learned an ancient technique from one of my masters in Serbia and just text it. Like,
Hmm.
okay, man, whatever you say, boss.
Whatever you say, boss.
All right. Today's gonna be a very news focused podcast. We have, oh my god, I feel like I've lived 1,000 lifetimes in the past 2 weeks. All right.
All these weeks of complaining about no news. Now there's the whole episode worth of news.
Why does it always happen?
Always happen. This has happened in months.
No, it's more that this is a reoccurring thing. It
Oh,
happens every 7. Let's go with 7 episodes.
7 episodes.
Every 7 episodes.
I
And we don't know how to title them.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to give a heads up because I know people hate this section, but this is the Fortnite section, and this Fortnite section is unusually longer than most Fortnite sections. So go ahead if you want to skip a little bit. I do not blame you. There is a
Go ahead and skip forward. Check's watch about an hour and a half.
damn. There is a lot to talk about with Fortnite. Like, I'm genuinely shocked. Like, these past 2 weeks have been utterly insane. And Mystic, I know you've been away for most of it, so you're just like, what the fuck?
Epic Games finally locked the fuck in.
They like started listening to the community. It's so weird. But I wrote everything here in order to kind of help a little bit. But yeah, so this all started with Fortnite dropping one of the most rare exclusive item shop skins in the game, the Paradigm. This skin initially released back in Season X, like right before the Black Hole event, and this was limited time. They said it was never coming back ever again. Like, and not like one of those just like, oh, you know, maybe it'll come back. No, they said it was never, like under any circumstances. And then it accidentally came back into the shop, and I was there. I was losing my goddamn mind because it was not supposed to come back.
If I could, I need to go back to because I was chatting with Ben literally as it happened, and I sent him the tweet just in all caps with the bold text on Discord, just what the fuck.
Uh huh.
It was one of those moments, dude.
It was crazy too because I don't know if you've been following like many item shop reviewers. Like some people like to react to the item shops and all that. Let me tell you, it's been mid after mid after mid. Like so many just disappointments when it comes to the item shop. So when this came back, oh man, the reaction was great. It was awesome. Some of the funniest reactions I've seen on the internet in a while.
Like, oh my god, dude, you wouldn't believe, man. You wouldn't believe.
Now, on its own, this doesn't seem like that big of a deal, right? A digital cosmetic coming back, just like, okay, whatever. How does this affect me? How does this affect the common Joe? Well, this was the domino effect that started causing a lot of craziness to happen on the interwebs. Because of this, what is it? Not only did they refund people 1,200 V-Bucks if they bought this skin, they're also giving an OG style for this specific skin for the people who bought it in Season X. Because, yeah, they did say it was never coming back. But most importantly from this, now they are going to be going forward. They didn't say anything about old battle passes, but going forward, battle passes will be resold into the item shop 18 months after after their season's over. Wow, that took the Deadpool. That took 20 fucking years.
Dude, it's so messed up the fact that some collabs are just not going to show up in the item shop, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, because this basically confirms that no, we aren't getting the old battle passes. They said that directly. They said this only applies to the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, imagine the outrage if they did do the old stuff. But I feel like what happened here is Epic accidentally did a screwy wooey And they're like, oh no, we gotta roll this back. We gotta roll this back. We need to keep the integrity of the item shop. Oh my god! And then an exec walked in and said, hey, why don't we just get a check for $500,000? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, they probably been like,
I know nobody.
Make people wait long enough.
Right. I know nobody likes to hear this, but every time they would drop a battle pass, they did like in bold text. They'd be like, not like once the battle pass is over, you couldn't get any of the items back. And I would imagine unless they like compensated everybody who bought a battle pass these past like 7 years, yeah, a lot of people would be angry, maybe even lawsuit. So I get it. But it's, on the bright side though, if you guys remember the roadmap for Fortnite, next season is the Marvel themed season. So, you know, it's not like we're going to get a bunch of cool skins that will eventually come to the item shop. If you think about it.
Please let this season be good. Please let, because this you know, season kind of fell off, but maybe it fell off because they were focusing on the Marvel stuff, right? They were shifting their development focus, which is why this season went to shit, right? Right, guys?
I mean, there's been some fun stuff this season. Reload, the Magneto mythic, some other things they added. There's been some fun stuff here and there.
There's been some fun stuff, but it wasn't enough to actually finish the battle pass amounts of fun stuff, and that's what I'm mad about. I have like 24 hours left to do it, and I don't care enough to.
No, you have a week. You're good.
Really? Is it a week? I thought it was only like 4 days left of the season.
So you might be confusing it a bit. So a little transition. There's an event tomorrow in Fortnite as well as a Disney event. It's kind of weird how they're doing both at the same time. But the Fortnite event, it's at Brutal Beachhead. There's like a timer over it. So
that doesn't end the season? Oh,
no,
okay.
We still have a week.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll finally lock in so I can get the flame red power armor, and then I can just not touch the game after that.
Dude, yeah, you have plenty of time. Especially with reload, because that counts as like extra XP. You can totally do that.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's events tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but they're not being secretive about what's going to happen in this event. They don't even have a timer in the lobby screen. Hell, for most people, this is like the first you're hearing about this, because they're not advertising this event at all for some reason. And hell, the whole thing is practically leaked. I'll try to keep it under wraps, but basically what we're seeing is that the Redline rig might explode. And
yeah, I saw the art that leaked on Twitter. The thing is, honestly, I don't think the whole event, what happened here, would have been so, you know, shared everywhere on Twitter and leaked ahead of time if it wasn't for the funniest loading screen I've ever seen.
Oh, the artwork, the memes that have come out of it. Go take a shower now!
It's so good, dude. It's so good. Oh my god.
Go take a fucking shower now!
It's the funniest thing, dude. Oh my god. Though I will say, the one thing I'm so curious about with the Marvel season is it's a Marvel season, so they're definitely gonna... I don't think it's going to be Stark Industries again. I think they are going to do at least one new POI.
Yeah.
And my personal theory is that there's still some map ground from Chapter 1 that hasn't been covered. And I think it's going to be one of those two areas that's going to get completely morphed. One of them probably into Doctor Doom's lair, because he was in the leaked thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Wouldn't shock me. They're kind of redoing it, but... They already did this before, but, you know, whatever.
I think they're going to hit that lake because my friend pointed this out, but, like, he doesn't keep up with Fortnite at all. But we were playing a lot during the Pirates of the Caribbean collab or whatever, and he got so angry when the pirate ship was just gone. He landed over there. He was like, where the fuck is the ship? There's nothing here. And that gave me the idea. I'm like, oh, so why don't they just plop a giant, like, Doctor Doom castle, like, right in the middle of the lake? Like,
if it works, it works, man.
I was like, that'd be a good way to use it. Because right now it's just empty. There's nothing there anymore. the ship was the main thing.
Because what really bites me about this whole thing is I wonder how they are going to handle collabs for the next Marvel season. Because there was like a weird period of time where we didn't get any Marvel stuff in the shop, and then it just has suddenly all started coming back lately for obvious preparational purposes.
Disney.
Yeah. I'm guessing they probably redid some deal or whatever, and now that's why all the Marvel stuff is suddenly coming back and we're getting the whole season. So, yeah, that's good. But I do wonder if they have any other collabs they've had kicking around. Like, I genuinely think that might be the reason, well, it's kind of spoiling what's already well, we're gonna get to it eventually, but Trunks and the androids from Dragon Ball got dropped in the shop.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to get their what they're releasing case of emergency collab skins out now before the Marvel season starts. You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel bad for DC. I didn't even think about this, but like DC probably can't really add any more skins, and they probably like thinking like Epic wants to do it, but now that they're like buddy with Disney now, like I don't think they can do it as frequent as they want to.
Yeah. Then again, didn't they already hit all the important DC characters, if I'm not mistaken?
I mean, yeah, but I mean they can't even come back in the item shop though. That's kind of the main problem. Like,
Yeah, true. You know what? All I want is just more Capcom skins. Like,
yeah.
maybe the last wave of Street Fighter didn't sell that well, and that's why they haven't come back yet. But, like, guys, please, can I have a Mega Man?
Maybe
Mega Man
Kratos
X,
should
at
come
least?
back.
Shut the fuck up!
Kratos
Do you
has
know
never
how
come back.
baller it would be to have, like, a Mega Buster Mythic? Mega Man
yeah,
has enough
that
pull.
would
You
be
could get the
cool.
dudes in their 40s to buy that.
Yeah.
Buy it. But, that's getting a little off topic. But, yeah, next season's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah. And this is kind of a bit of a transition. It didn't happen, but I want to bring it up because this was like right before everything else. Okay, one more thing. You can't play Fall Guys in Fortnite. There's like a giant obstacle course over.
Shoo, me.
No, but it's actually fun. Like it's 1-to-1. Like you can play Fall Guys. Like you go to the specific spot in Fortnite, you interact with the statue, you turn into a Fall Guy, and you it's just Fall Guys. Like it's kind of
played in the middle of a match.
you just play Fall Guys. It's like you gotta try it. I'm not even exaggerating. Like it turns into Fall Guys. You don't get any weapons. There's no like Fortnite-ness to it. It's just go through this obstacle course as a Fall Guy, and you have your
The
move.
funniest thing. Can you get killed as a Fall Guy by regular players?
That sounds like a myth, like a Mythbuster kind of thing. We gotta test that.
I'm just curious because do you just instantly? I've seen footage of it. Do you just get loop zooped into the sky immediately?
Yeah, you get sent to the sky immediately. I don't know if like I've never seen like anybody. Well, like okay, I know you can't land on it though. Like you can't like because if you land on it, it teleports you back to the ground. But I'm wondering if you're like on a mountain. If you're like far away, can you like shoot the beans on the obstacle course?
I
from
genuinely
afar?
do wonder because I was like, if it spawns you on the ground before taking you, would a perfectly timed sniper shot kill you?
Yeah.
That's
oh my
my
god!
question.
I want to test that now.
I'm too lazy to set it up, but it is an interesting hypothetical.
Yeah, trust me, they just straight up put Fall Guys in Fortnite. It's kind of funny. It's just a dumb little collab for a back blink, but yeah. Anyway, the more important thing, this never happened, and I'm only bringing it up to transition to the next thing mostly. But Five Nights at Freddy's X Fortnite, what a time to be alive to be fans of both.
I wish.
Yeah, and it ended up being FNAF X Dead by Daylight, which fitting,
Which is the best ending, to be clear.
it's cool, but
dude, it's so funny because I've seen FNAF fans get baited into thinking they're getting added to Dead by Daylight for the past 2 years. Like every time they say there's a collab coming in, it'll be like Hellraiser or Castlevania, and everyone's like, man. And then all of a sudden, just we all know it's gonna be Springtrap, right? It can't not be. They can't just do like Freddy or whatever. So I'm interested to see how it handles. I'm not like a Dead by Daylight guy. I know people who are. I just want to see how like it shows up in game.
it's definitely gonna get me to try it. That's for sure.
Anyway, speaking of that giant screwed up yellow bunny suit guy, have you seen that Into the Pit game that they released for the 10th anniversary?
I've heard about it, and I've seen like everyone losing their mind over it. I don't get the appeal though. Like I don't understand.
Okay. It's more of a case of it's just kind of an interactive storybook with some elements to it. Well, it's very much a point-and-click adventure game. I think there is some elements to it of survival stuff, but it's not like the focus. The thing is, for me, like I'm not gonna play it. I already watched the all endings video. IDGAF. However, I will say the pixel art looks gorgeous.
I have
it is
seen
like
that. It's
actually
good.
stunning. Like visually, I don't know if I'll bother with it. Obviously, I don't like horror games in general, but it does look stellar. Unlike that cart game that looks like kind of a mess, low key. But
I gotta say the thing that I thought was awesome that came out of the event, the Joy of Creation remake demo, considered one of the best FNAF fan games in my opinion, and I played the demo and I really liked what I played. Somehow it's even scarier, and the animatronics are even more like crazy than they were originally 7 years ago, and it's just wild that a fan game like that's just considered like a main FNAF game now by Scott Cawthon. I just think it's super cool, and I just wanted to highlight that because that's one of my favorite things in regards to FNAF.
I have literally nothing but respect for Scott for saying, okay, people have made enough fan games. Let's fund some of y'all. I have millions of dollars. What else am I gonna do with this? You know what I mean? Like, I respect that so much because, like, if I had $1 million, I'd start paying people who like my stuff to do stuff for me gladly, without hesitation. Somebody hold me accountable for this in 2.5 years.
Yeah, your IP just gets so popular that people start making their own stories and their own lore using these characters. And it makes sense too. Like it can work in the greater scheme of things, really, if you think about it, which is kind of cool.
Exactly, man. Honestly, like, even if the fan games aren't considered like canon or anything, I do think it would be interesting to have some of these like fan creators put them all in a room and tell them to make a canon game. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Like, sit them all down, see what happens.
Yeah, happy for FNAF. It's kind of like Star Wars if you think about it. Like, everybody wants to like put themselves in the Star Wars universe or create their own period after Order 66 and all that. That's kind of like what this is. Like, they're inserting themselves into the timeline in their games in a certain way.
It's so interesting because you notice a lot of these are based on 1 through 4. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or, well, 1 through 6, depending on your interpretation. But it's just so interesting because, like, I am not a FNAF, and I look at all this from the sidelines, and I watch Rye Toast to get my updates on it, so I understand what people are talking about. But like, I have respect for it, and I'm obligated to play the games on stream eventually. Gonna keep putting that off. I will keep putting it off. But y'all get it. Y'all get it.
Right. All right. Pokemon Masters Data Mine. I don't really remember who all got added because this felt like a while ago, admittedly. But yeah, pretty.
Like it's been a bit.
It was a hefty update. I had to get a list pulled up. First one, Nemona's getting
the same thing.
Nemona's getting a Signet suit with a Screamtail, so that's interesting.
I will say I don't exactly care much for the outfit. However, I am a huge fan of Paradox Pokemon. This is very well documented.
You never like the trainers. You just want the Pokemon.
Yeah.
It goes against the whole point of Masters.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that I would honestly say Screamtail, if I wasn't trying to be objective, would probably still be in my top set of them. Maybe not top 5, but she's up there. She's up there, and I will be pulling for her. But yeah. This is just more excited for what if we get Slitherwing and Roaring Moon soon? You know what I mean?
Probably soon.
I'm curious if they explain why she even has one in the story mode. Because remember, paradoxes are basically like cryptids under wraps.
It's not out yet, but they will. They always do.
I hope they just say, what? No, it's just a big Jigglypuff. And they just go with that. That'd be really funny. Why is it weak to, why is it using Psychic, man? And it's like, no.
Yeah. Then we have Arvin Mabostiff. That was expected. That was going to happen eventually. I find it interesting, though, with this character. He is the only character in the game that uses a berry move, like something related to berries in his moveset. No other character in the game does that. Or like
is his potion replaced with like an orange berry or citrus berry or something?
I forgot what it was, but I saw a berry in there, and I was like, what? Berries? Berries are in this game now. It's just a name. It's not like there's like a berry mechanic or anything, but it's just like I thought it was interesting.
Arvin is exactly the kind of guy to not use a hyper potion, just give his Pokemon 2 citrus berries.
It's just like you're
come
fine.
On.
Yeah.
Like, he's that kind of guy who'd be like, natural remedies. Like, shut up, bro.
And then we got 2 more, which I'll just group together. We have Elio and Celine, but they're alt versions. These are the Ultra Sun and Moon variants. But instead of saying they're different characters, it's just their alternate outfits. And yeah, I don't really know how else you were going to classify them because they're in a weird situation where their games are alternate universes. So,
but they just kind of play it off as normal.
Yeah,
which is very funny.
That's all they did. The funny enough, when I went into the story quest, they were just like, "Oh, these outfits? These aren't Signet suits. These are just vacation outfits." Yes.
Yes, of course, of course.
Of
Why
course.
not? Of course.
And they have Ultra Beast, Nihilego, and Stakataka. Sure, why not? Why not?
I think they're funny.
They're funny.
But the thing is, when they dropped a Stack Attack, I thought, oh, they're gonna give Celine a Sun exclusive, but they just gave her Nihilego, and I'm like, really? You guys baited me into thinking we were getting Kartana. You sick bastards!
Dude, I remember like sharing that with you, and just like, ooh, Blacephalon's coming, and I'm like, sick.
I might be stupid. Yeah. Nobody cares about Wallace's ult. Nobody cares. I'm right in my judgment. Nobody cares.
Damn, that's crazy.
No one cares with that fruity fucking his pride outfit. I don't care.
I thought you were a fan of it. I swear we made an episode where we talked about it. If somebody remembers that episode, go back and like clip him on that.
I thought it looked nice, and I thought it was cool, but I would not pull for it. Also, by the way, if you haven't logged into Masters in a while and you finish the story mode, you probably have like 15,000 extra gems just waiting on your account.
Oh so, yeah, they
don't forget to log in.
I forgot what it was. They readjusted the story mode in some way.
Yeah, I just logged in and I shot up 15,000 gems, so I'm at like 24,000 right now.
Dude, yeah, so, I thought I like won a giveaway or something, but nope, this is a universal thing.
God, I wish. God, I wish.
I was like, what the fuck? That was a
very,
fun.
Very also good timing for them to do a mega fair scout that lets you get like a bunch of different champions as 5 stars conveniently just after they give the players all these gems.
Save your gems. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Save your gems.
I was tempted to roll on the podcast, but I'm like, wait, no, they're dropping Screamtail in like 3 days.
Don't fall for it. They might drop somebody crazy next month. You don't know. Don't fall for it.
I know, right, dude? If next month they finally give us something interesting, I'll be moderately satisfied.
I did pull Stakataka though. He's a great rock support, and I needed that for my team, so I like that.
It's so funny, dude. I can't use rock types because I just don't have a good rock striker. I've missed all the good rock strikers.
Oh, same here.
So
yeah.
every time rock shows up, it's like womp womp. I know they have a. Isn't DNC Tech or is it Strike?
Oh shit, I forgot. Nihilego is Strike though. Funnily, special Strike.
Oh, it's Rock Strike. I thought it was gonna be Poison.
No, but both of them are. They work together perfectly.
Okay, yeah, they're selling it as the combo unit to everyone who complains about not having rock units.
Dude, what? I forgot what it was, but Celine has a sync move, 4 gauge, like it's like a rock hyper beam. It's not called hyper beam, but like it's crazy. Like it does a lot. And
that's nuts.
And Elio has a rock wish trainer move or whatever, so they work perfectly.
Is he considered support or field?
Support. All right.
Why do they introduce field as a type when it doesn't?
Wait. Hold up. Let me fact check. Hold up. I just so I don't sound like an idiot.
Lose my shit. Why did they make it? No.
I'm opening up Masters. I got to fact check.
I'm about to open up Masters. I just closed Masters, and I was like, I should have checked that.
Oh, no, don't worry.
You can it open so I could get my gems.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Oleana's greeting me right now.
Let's go gambling. Oh, damn.
All right.
Oh, man. Hello, Sycamore.
What? Sakataka, what are you? Oh, yeah, he's support.
Why did they introduce field if they aren't gonna use it? Also, I just checked in at least Diantha's Diancie is tech, her shiny one.
Gotcha.
Where are the support strike units? They're an ultra space apparently.
There's a couple.
Nihil Meteor Beam.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds so raw. What?
I don't know why they
sick actually.
Out of all the Pokemon to make a broken rock type out of, Nihilego was not on the list.
Yeah, I can't say it was because every time I see Nihilego, I think of poison. I usually think poison first.
I mean, to be fair, it's primarily rock. Like it's literally rock poison. It's not poison rock.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but at the same time, with this whole venomous possession thing it kind of has going on, you think it'd be poison. Like, poison primarily, you know what I mean? But no, it's technically more rock. And again, Necrozma is literally made of crystals, and he's psychic. So...
I mean, there's not really a type for him, really. He's weird.
Yeah. But anyway... Is there anything else for Masters?
Nope.
I think that's it.
Oh, well, I guess I'll briefly mention this. Another character has been hit with the NPC curse. Benga, Alder's grandson.
I'm so mad about that because Benga's my avatar that I use on Showdown. So
Yeah, he's a cool
I
guy.
can't believe they do my man that I've only seen like once ever in game like this.
Though I will say he did in his like because they had a little mysterious stones chapter. He dissed Lance and said he's not working hard enough and he's not giving it his all in battle.
Own that fraud?
He shit talked Lance so hard to the point where like Lance is like, yeah, you're right. I'll try to get better.
He just Lance in the shower. Why is everybody so mean to me? I mean, honestly, I have not been keeping up with the mysterious stone stuff yet. Has Volo talked with whatever their names are from Legends Arceus yet? Has he met any of them?
They have, but nothing really has come out. Like they're just like, I know who you are. I know what you're doing, but why?
It's just like, what is bro cooking? Dude, I hate how they did the Mysterious Stones chapter. Just let me progress it like a normal story. I don't want to do all the grinding. I don't care.
There is no grinding. There's just a bunch of text. There's just a lot of text to go through.
Well, you have to get, like, the stones first, and it's annoying.
No.
Did they finally change it so you don't have to collect the Mysterious Stones anymore? No, it says to unlock, collect the designated item.
I don't know.
The current chapter is up to 900. I only have 48. I don't care. Can I buy them with coins yet?
Just do your dailies. You get rewarded them every time you do your dailies.
I don't... I mean, you can, but like, I don't log on to this game much. I'm probably just gonna end up watching the story on YouTube, honestly.
Yeah. Anyways, talk about the next thing because you really campaigned for us to talk about it. So
okay, so this is probably I'd actually argue this is one of the weirdest releases on Switch Online yet. They're adding Pokemon Red Mystery Dungeon, not Blue. Blue is on the DS. They're adding Pokemon Red Mystery Dungeon to Switch Online. The reason why this is so weird is because I feel like a lot of people forgot that like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it's been, they remade this game on Switch. Like with redone graphics and everything, including both the content for Red and Blue Mystery Dungeon. Rescue Team DX, it's literally on Switch. It's a remake of this game. So it begs the question, why do they put this on NSO? Like, I appreciate it for preservation's sake, but I feel like there's a lot of other GBA games that should have gone first. Like, how did we get this as the spinoff on here? One that's technically already available on Switch instead of, like, Pinball or, heaven forbid, Emerald. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, I don't know. It's just a weird choice. And the thing is, I don't even like Mystery Dungeon that much. Like, I've got a lot of problems with Mystery Dungeon. Maybe I'll make a video about my beef with it. But, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing, and I wanted to talk about it. Because, like, why is this on here and not Drill Dozer? What the fuck is wrong with you, Nintendo?
Mm-hmm.
I want to play Drill Dozer.
I want to see Pokemon Black and White too on my Nintendo Switch Online. That's a
we missed the Unova boat, bro. It's over.
That's a long ways away.
We missed the boat, brother.
DS, whatever the fuck, will come on Switch too.
The thing is, I almost feel it almost makes more sense for Gen 10 to have Gen 5 remakes, but it almost feels like the pie in the sky now. So
The pie in the sky.
I don't know. I just made that up because it sounded funny. But yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what else is interesting?
Oh, RDJ is Doctor Doom?
I'm so mixed on this. I have two completely different interpretations because one way I know they're going to swing, but I hope it swings the other. I want you to go first, though.
I will say real quick, just to clarify. So this was at Comic-Con. They were announcing future MCU projects like they usually do. They said, fuck you, Kang. You have a criminal record. Even though his actor, I think, got proved innocent anyway. So it's they just wanted to stay away from it regardless. They just threw away Kang. And now
they shot and killed him off screen.
Yeah, so now they're into Doctor Doom, which honestly that's a fair play. Honestly, I don't blame them for that. But then they reveal who the actor was, and it's Robert Downey Jr. And that's like, who the hell's Robert Downey Jr.? Oh, I don't know. The guy who played Iron Man, the main anchor of the Infinity Saga. I don't know. May or may not have heard of him.
It's like the weirdest choice.
It's interesting. There are a couple ways to look at this. You know, they might be doing it to, you know, try to revive the MCU a little bit, because the MCU has been kind of on the decline a little bit. Maybe it was just perfect casting, and you know, we just don't know, we just don't see it, you know, because and honestly for me it is hard to judge until I actually see that first trailer to see like what they're thinking with it. But yeah, maybe they just want to put a popular name behind a popular character. They could just be doing that. Yeah, we have no idea. We have no idea.
Okay, so the thing is with Doctor Doom is that he never takes off his mask. He takes it off a couple times for like emotional moments in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, he never takes off his mask. In some continuities, I don't even think he can.
Yeah.
So
no,
the thing is,
he should not be taking the mask off. For
if they do not say anything about him being like an Iron Man variant or whatever, and just have him be the character and just have him play Doctor Doom, I think Robert Downey Jr. could be a fantastic Doctor Doom. I think he has the chops for it, like completely. But they gotta make him act as an actor, not act as the guy who played Iron Man. You know what I mean?
Well, they definitely he acts like if we were to, there's worse casting, right? Like I know people have a problem with this casting. This isn't bad casting. And also I just need to see it first. But like he can act. It's
more a case of, is Marvel gonna screw this up? Like, Marvel gonna screw this up? Not is he gonna screw this up? You know what I mean?
RDG's, if he really wanted to, he can do this. Like, I'm not doubting his ability at all. It's the directing that we have to focus on here. So don't give shade to the guy. He can do this. I definitely believe in the guy.
We've got the Russo brothers back on the project though, so
yeah,
maybe
but
they'll actually try.
It is interesting because it's character who's already in the MCU. This is still Earth 616. This isn't like some alternate timeline. This is the same timeline as Iron Man, as Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. So, yeah, it's literally just gonna be voice work, really, with eyeballs. That's really it. So it's really acting if the directors lock in, and instead of just trying to show his face to be like, oh, remember him.
I just had a terrible thought. You know what would be the funniest way they could, if they ever do need to take off his mask for any reason, for like a backstory shot, you know what I mean, showing his history with Reed Richards. It'd be funny if they just shaved him. Because he'd look like a completely different guy. Shave him and give him a slightly fucked up haircut.
Damn.
And you probably wouldn't be able to tell it's him. They could get away with it. Maybe.
I'm trying to imagine it, but it's hard.
Just imagine him with no facial hair.
Facial hair too. Oh.
Yeah, I'm saying get rid of his facial hair. Then like, you don't have to bald him. Maybe just give him like a really bad scraggly haircut instead of the usual Tony Stark looking one. Mm-hmm. And boom, looks like a different guy. Maybe a little more in the makeup department too, just for funsies. But you can make him look like a whole different guy and still have it be the same actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, not impossible.
It's really the director, and all that. I know a lot of people are complaining about him not like representing, Milani? Is that what it's called?
Romani, I think.
Romani.
Yeah, I understand because, you know, Romani character, it's like, I get why.
Yeah.
Like, I agree. I think it should have been, but let's see if this pans out as at least good. Because, fun fact, every time they've done the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom has been bad. So,
yeah, there's not really any good Doctor Doom live action Doctor Dooms to point at anyway. So
I mean, they could have done better with the casting. Casted a proper Romani actor instead of going with the fan service stuff. But I agree, they could have.
Yeah, again, like with pretty much everything in media, like I'm just gonna wait till that trailer. If the trailer looks like shit, I will say it's shit. Like, but until then, as far as we know, we just know who's playing the dude. We don't know. We haven't been shown anything. We've only been told. And
thing is, reasonably, I probably won't even watch the movie anywhere, just because, like, the only modern Marvel movie that I've watched, like, I watched the first couple after, Endgame. I can't even remember the names off the top of my head. And I watched the Marvels in theaters. Waste of $20, by the way, in hindsight.
Deadpool is worth your $20. Just saying.
I know Deadpool is. I still need to watch the first two. I do. I should. I
streamed them in my server for you, and you never showed up.
You didn't ping me.
I pinged. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot.
I saw you streaming them too. I was like, they're midway through the movie. So I didn't join.
Kind of a little plug for my server. We have roles, like we have pingable roles now. If you want to go to the roles section of the server, you just have to click on it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, if you want to go there and just like click the movie night role, then you'll get pinged for movies.
I finally set my name to red.
Yeah. There
Wow,
you go.
lovely.
Yeah.
Cool. Why am I red? I appreciate having a separate Wooper Watch pingable role that has notably less settings than the other two. Thanks for the support, guys. Really nice of you.
Yeah. Maybe I should have at everybody for Wooper Watch too and decided not to give them a choice as well. But
the thing is, I need to redo my entire Discord server. I'm planning on doing it soon. But that big project I've been teasing and all that, I'm gonna do it about the same time. But like, because I wanted to redo the, everything, but I want to wait till I reveal things about that to retroactively go and update the aesthetic. Because it is very much, you can tell, it is the shell of a Discord server from like 5 years ago now that's been gradually added on to based on different eras of the channel. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. I don't know why, but it's nice to like just shut your server down while like everyone's asleep and just revamp it real quick and then have everybody come back and they're just like playing around with the new stuff and you're just like, wow, look at the children run around and play with the new swing set.
I'm completely serious when I say my plan is to basically obliterate every single channel by like setting them all to private, except probably like the announcements and welcome channel, and everything else is gonna get like redone overnight.
Damn.
When everybody's asleep and just lock everything down. Like, I've already privated some channels over the time, but yeah. Hope you guys weren't too passionate about the Jackbox channel. And nobody has sent a message in since 05/27/2023.
To be fair,
you guys weren't too passionate.
I don't think I think maybe we should like run a Discord, like how to run a Discord server. I don't think you should have separate channels for like specific games and all that, because the moment the game dies or nobody's playing it, like that channel is just a waste of space. Like,
yeah, my plan is to just replace all those. I'm just gonna do one for each, because I do Pokemon basically only now. I'm gonna just have one for each Pokemon thing, so people can post in there and their respect channels about their respective spin-off or anime or manga or whatever. And then there's gonna be one channel for other games. Sit there and die.
Damn, okay.
Sit in the corner and cry yourself to sleep. Hashtag Jockbox users.
Jockbox users. Alright, anyway, moving on. Have you heard about this? Game Explain is shutting down.
It is not shut down. It's
quote unquote shutting down.
It's basically everybody who's like, I literally can't pay y'all anymore. Y'all gotta go do other stuff. It's just the one guy running it now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm interested about this though. I saw Andre's post about it. And call me cynical, or maybe that's not the right word to say in this situation. But okay, so for context, real quick, Game Explain was exposed for not properly paying their employees. And in his statement regarding Game Explain and the situation right now, Andre mentioned how he took away some of his paycheck and gave it to some of his employees. He basically pulled in a WADA, and call me crazy, but I'm calling bullshit on that.
Oh, yeah, bro is playing the benevolence card. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I was like, I'm sorry, you can't pull an Awada on me after you were exposed 3 years ago for not paying your employees. What do you mean you split your paycheck for them?
Okay, I took a split out of my paycheck that I was supposed to pay them anyways with.
I didn't even edit that in. He did that.
I have Nitro for 3 more days. I need to get my use out of it.
Buddy.
I won't use it for the rest of the episode, trust. I just want to get the one joke
Yeah,
in.
no, I'm like on edge now.
I knew what I had to do.
Oh man, but yeah, good luck, Game Explain members. I don't know why you stuck around for
singular.
Well, no, like the members who
former members
who walked. Good luck. I don't know why you guys stuck around for as long as you did. Good Vibe Games is always hiring. I worked with the graphic designer
Dude,
over there.
I freaking love Good Vibes Gaming, bro. Like, I know everyone's like, it's not John. I don't want to watch, but no, you guys are chill too.
Yeah.
I just think John's the best of them, but like the other guys are like doing their best.
I know I'm like seriously biased because I worked for him, but Daniel Alba, Night Tide Studio, like super chill dude. I worked with him in the past. He's super awesome.
Wait, when? On what?
Like a long time ago. I could send you like banners and stuff like that. I've had him.
For like graphic design.
Yeah,
stuff.
graphic design stuff.
I thought you meant like you like edit a video. I'm like, what? On what channel?
He
What?
was we did a video together too, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ancient times, man.
Yeah.
All right. Now to talk about something that it was literally a development happening hours before this podcast. So the Book of Bill that slightly aged up Gravity Falls book came out, and the whole joke is that it's Bill and he's possessing you or whatever. I skimmed through the book. Legal method. But I skimmed through it, I read some of it or whatever, and then there's this, I guess there's a website link in the book, and for the past like 2 weeks it's been Seuss on a broken web page trying to fix it. And apparently this was not intended. This was actually like real technical difficulties behind the scenes, because the actual website broke after the countdown finished and they couldn't get it fixed in time. So they kept making new Seuss dialogue and images of him trying to fit two wires together.
That's so fitting, though. That's so fitting.
Yeah, but it finally came online today, and it's like this TV that you can punch stuff into. So you can punch in different phrases. Like, for example, if you put in theory, you actually get a video with MatPat in it.
Oh, damn.
So, legit, if you type in skibbity, there is a response.
Damn.
It's not very kind.
Oh.
But there's specifically people have figured out if you put in the word season 3, it pops up season 2. If you put in the word season 2, it gives you the text season 1. And if you do season 1, it gives you season -1 anti-Gravity Falls. So we basically had a prequel season confirmed. And because the book has like stuff that's kind of alluding to Bill coming back into the like at least a year after the original show ended, though he implies it's been hundreds of years in his time or whatever. Like I said, I skimmed the book. It's implied that we're probably getting a season 3 as well, and that Disney presentation I think is tomorrow. So it'll probably already be
Gravity Falls in Fortnite
comes out.
Yay!
If you type in Fortnite, there's a response. I don't remember what it was, but I know there's something.
I don't know if I mentioned it in the Fortnite section, but yeah, the Disney thing is happening inside of Fortnite. Like, there's a whole map for it too.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you get a
What time is it?
It's like 10. It's like 10 my time. So do it with your time zone.
Okay, so it's like, wait, 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. There's a difference.
10 p.m.
Jesus, tonight or is it
tomorrow night?
Oh, at fucking 11 p.m. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because they're hosting it on the other side of the states.
But if you go there in Fortnite, you get a free Peel-Verine back bling. Like.
Yeah, that's totally becoming a skin in the next battle pass.
But
come on.
I don't know if you see. I'll send you an image, but it's
I've seen it. It's
Peel-Verine, Peely and Wolverine.
If this means we're getting Marvel mashups with Fortnite skins again, I'm in.
Dude,
I'm
okay,
down.
am I crazy? But like, I went on Twitter and some people were saying, please don't be Fortnite Marvel mashups. I'm like, what? But those are so cool.
The thing is, I agree that we should be getting the main characters on the battle pass, but those make for great item shop skins.
Right, dude? Oh my god, Ravenpool, Raven Leader, the Bright Bomber with Captain America, that one was cool.
Yeah.
They have some cool fusion designs with the Fortnite original characters.
If I had to pick one Marvel character that I think is 100% getting on this battle pass, I think we're getting a Captain America. Because keep in mind, the original one was on the item shop. But it wouldn't shock me if we got a Captain America, because he was weirdly... Like, I don't know why they didn't include him on the battle pass originally. You'd think he's like an A-lister now. But, no, they just dropped him in the shop on, like... Was it the 4th of July one year?
They do it... They bring him back every 4th of July now.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I'm saying... Like, I feel like they should put a Cap variant on the battle pass. If he's the tier 1, I might actually buy it.
They might do MCU. Who knows?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. They don't usually do the direct MCU versions. Kind of a loosely adapted version of the comics with MCU influence.
They pick and choose. It's so weird which ones they want to do MCUs of.
The thing is, the fact that Doctor Doom was the villain of the original knows that whoever was playing the first Marvel season was definitely a comic nerd reading the comics. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it might be different for this season.
I think
unless they do it as a direct follow-up.
For the most part, I think this might be outside of Doctor Doom. I think this entire battle pass is going to be characters who weren't in Chapter 2, Season 4, if that makes sense. Like even if they're reskins of item shop skins, I think it's going to be completely new cast of Marvel characters.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to double down on Iron Man. I don't think they'll do it twice. That's why I'm saying I think they'll lead with Captain America, or at least a different design of him. So,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my guesstimate.
Right.
I feel like we're veering off topic. All right, just back to Gravity Falls real quick. I just want to say that because I basically watched all of Gravity Falls in one day on a marathon on Disney XD. I missed the latter half of season 1 because I had to leave to go get like lunch with my grandma, and then I went back home and immediately turned on the TV and started watching Disney XD again. And that's how I watched all of season 2. Or at least I think I might have missed the first episode or two. So if they confirm a season 3, I might actually sit down and watch TV for once. God, heaven forbid. But yeah, so I'm excited. Did you ever watch Gravity Falls or no?
Of course I did. I actually rewatched it last year.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Have you read the Book of Bill yet?
Nope. All right, I'm not a reader. Well, I mean, like I like reading. I don't like books though, if that makes sense. Like,
understandable. Like, I mean, like the thing is with books, me personally, I wouldn't buy a book. Like, I don't know. It's usually a case if I can't really afford it. Especially like I'm not paying for something I can finish in a day. Maybe a manga volume because those are usually cheaper because they're in black and white. But man,
Right.
Anyway, check your DMs real quick. Do we explain the joke or do we?
No.
They'll get it.
It's
Thanks, Ben, for that. By the way, I appreciate it.
Mystic's a fucking cheapskate. That's all I'm gonna say. I hate the internet, dude. I hate it. Every time I know everyone makes fun of soccer. Every time someone's like, "Oh, they're gonna upload my cutscenes to YouTube." This is why I don't make cutscenes for Smash Bros anymore. I get where he's coming from because of this.
Yeah, it's probably easier than just going to a bookstore, grabbing the book, taking a dump, and just reading the entire thing in the toilet. What are they gonna do? Stop you? Come into the stall? Anyway. I'm not leading this next section. You yap. I haven't done my research on this.
Oh,
crazy.
Boy. Dude, this gets worse by the day, which is the craziest part.
It literally is. It gets so much worse.
Mr. Jimmy Beast. Donaldson Beast. Oh, man. What went from just simply, fraud and, like, illegal, like, gambling. I forgot what it was. Like, it was just, like, illegal shit with, like, oh, you get a free phone if you buy this shirt right now in the next 5 minutes. What went from something as like kind of just dumb as that to now it's just like, oh, Ava Chris Tyson, one of the more prominent members of Mr. Beast, going after children. Now there's
not like us, buddy.
now there's people on Mr. Beast who have done that and are actively working for them. And
it was one of the managers, right? I've been seeing all this secondhand on Twitter.
There's people being
there's
people being abused during Beast games. There's people being sexually assaulted during Boys vs. Girls, that one episode. There's people not getting any sleep because the lights are turned on even at night, and the lights.
That's
that's
kind of funny.
And apparently, it's considered not even. They don't even do it to like convicted criminals because it's illegal to not turn the lights on.
It's a war crime.
Yeah, it's a war crime.
War crimes, Mr. Beast.
Oh.
Dude, have you seen that one image where it's like, what if Mr. Beast was evil? Have you ever seen that shit?
Dude,
Dude.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this because, like, what if we are in the Mr. Beast turns evil timeline?
Dude, but it's, like, crazy because it's not like Mr. Beast is doing anything, like, bad directly. But the problem is that all these things, like the only way Mr. Beast would get out of this is if he were to just come out and say none of it was true and was able to prove it. But if it is true, then it becomes a thing of, so you let this all happen and you somehow didn't know, and that's when it's like,
yeah, it's like I feel like a lot of this was genuine negligence or hiring the wrong people. Like the thing is, we know he knew about the Chris thing.
yeah,
Like we know he knew, and he was definitely trying to keep it under wraps. And the thing is, I don't blame him.
mm-hmm.
Like, the understandable if like someone you'd worked with for years suddenly like you find all this shit out and you're like, they're part of my brand. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't necessarily say I blame him for the reaction of trying to cover this all up, but it's more like the first slide of like an avalanche. It feels like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what the last couple of days was, because I've been, like I said, I'm not doing research on this, but it keeps showing up on my timeline secondhand. And I'm like, oh my god, next they're gonna tell me he actually killed a man.
Yeah. And the craziest thing is, Dogpack, the man who led the charge on this, the ex-employee Mr. Beast, he uploaded part 2, which, it was hard to watch. He interviewed somebody, a contestant, and he was in tears. Like, it was hard to watch. But there's a part 3 coming too. It's gonna get worse in the next coming days. We might even talk about.
Didn't he threaten legal action too? I remember somebody talking about it.
I don't recall. But yeah, it's supposed to get worse in the next coming days. We might even be able to talk about this next episode. Oh, man. It's so...
The thing is, like, here's the thing. None of this is gonna work legal-wise. Like, we can obviously like, we can take him down online as, you know, hold up, this is kind of fucked up. But, like, you know damn well he is a rock-solid legal team, and everyone signed rock-solid waivers. Like, you legally signed up for this, and they probably warned you ahead of time what you were getting into. So, I feel a lot of the challenge cruelty feels like, no shit, why did you sign up for this?
Well, I mean, like, it's not like we want to, like, dethrone him. We just want him to, like, acknowledge and just be like, hey, can you do better, please? And not have this extreme negligence. But yeah, that's Jimmy Mr. Beast. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to talk about him again the next few weeks, but if we do...
I feel like we will. We will.
Dude,
if you guys have any thoughts on this is if there's like anything in this episode I want to hear you guys' thoughts of in the comments. I do want to hear about kind of what you guys think about all this, because I'm in the camp of, I mean, it's kind of messed up, but y'all signed the waivers. You should have read them first, though. You know what I mean?
Right. It's crazy too, because I don't think I ever talked about it in the podcast, but Mr. Beast's 50 YouTubers compete for $500,000, I believe, or is it $1 million? Considered one of my favorite episodes, or just favorite videos on YouTube ever. And then like a week later, this all happened. So it's like, well, fuck, what am I supposed to do now?
Ryan's probably wondering how he spent so much time inside Mr. Beast. I wonder how he thinks about this now.
He's gonna come out with like, I was sexually manipulated by Mr. Beast.
You can't take it fucking seriously calling him Mr. Beast either. And you know what the funniest thing is? There was actually another thing you did in the bunker video or whatever it was that came out recently. If you pay attention,
the dislikes are so bad.
That monster, no, that's not even well, you know. But in the video, you see when he does the ad for that Monster Hunter game, the bar starts moving really quick at the bottom for the ad, then it gets slower as the ad goes on. That is some ancient YouTube tech that people buried ages ago for being unethical. This has been around since, give or take, 2015, when people figured this out. And we got rid of it because YouTubers started getting dogpiled for doing it. Full circle. It's literally been almost exactly 10 years. So, like, that's a little sketch, buddy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We really are on the what if Mr. Beast turned evil timeline.
I'm scared for the next couple days. But hey, it's okay. We're what is it? We're an hour in, and we're about to share the best news possible. All right. I don't know about you. Huge Death Battle fan. I know we made an episode about it, but Death Battle is fucking back, baby. They ran a Kickstarter, and it got funded in 27 minutes.
We're already at $620,351.
Oh, you pulled it up.
I just pulled it up. I just pulled it up because I wanted the actual count. 6,470 backers. So some rich boy dropped a couple $100,000.
I dropped a good chunk too. Like I was so happy to have this come back. But yeah, they own it now. It's like it's their own company now. There's no companies behind this. They're their own thing. I'm so happy. It's no longer going to be seasons of Death Battle. It's just going to be whenever the fuck they feel like it. So it's going to be like a whole year of Death Battle. Just when I think they said they're going to upload like an episode every 3 weeks. I might be wrong. But yeah,
it's not terrible because they alternate between animators. So I mean, reasonably, if you're giving these animators 3 months to make this, if we'll say between episodes, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah, the Kickstarter is absolutely insane right now, and it is doing so well. And they've already revealed 2 of the matchups, and I'm gonna go through them all real quickly as well. Save your applauding and thoughts until the very end because we have a lot to go through. But they revealed 2 matchups just to get people hooked on the idea first. First one we got is incorrect. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Bardock versus Omni-Man. Did I say that?
Yep, it's Bardock from Dragon Ball. That's Goku's dad, by the way, for anybody curious.
Oh,
he's in the movies. Yeah, that's Goku's dad. He's only in a couple of the movies. He's not. Well, he is canon now, but he wasn't before. But
that's cool.
Yeah, he's basically like sort of early Goku, and I'm guessing they're probably doing the version where he gets Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
So for comparison, he's about the same power level as when Goku first got Super Saiyan, if that helps at all.
Then we have Bowser versus Eggman. I'm gonna go through the list real quick.
This one's gonna be so good. Bowser Eggman.
I'm gonna go through the list.
We'll get to it.
I'm gonna go through the list before we like talk about each individual one, just so we have them all listed out here. Next, this is the Tournament of Champions one. I'm reading off a list. We already know about this one. Tom the Cat versus Wile E. Coyote. Then we have Kratos versus Asura. That was in the Tournament of Champions as well, but now it's confirmed. Now it's definitely happening. So that's cool. Then this next one, this is going to be a voted one, so we don't know which one it is yet. But from the graphic here, it's suggested that we have 3 to choose from, being Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, Yang versus Tifa, or Master Chief versus Doom Guy. So that's cool.
I have my thoughts on this as well.
then yeah, we keep passing goals. So now we got another few episodes confirmed. We have the guy from JJK, I don't know how to pronounce his name, versus Shigaraki. Basically,
I'm all in on Mahito. I hate his fucking ass, but Loki. I'm caught up on JJK now. I know this motherfucker is sick as hell. Yeah. He's got some crazy shit he can do. The animation on this one better pop off.
Then we have Ash versus Yugi as the 200th episode. That's going to be interesting.
This is, honestly, I would call this probably... Like, I didn't think about it back when we did the previous episode. Now that I think about it, I've unironically wanted this episode since I was 8 and I first discovered Death Battle, and I'm shocked that they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Like, I could power scale this one all day. Mm-hmm. Genuinely.
And then we have Simon the Digger versus White Lantern. Probably the only one I don't know out from here.
The White Lantern is definitely one of the Green Lantern characters. I think Simone is actually it's pronounced.
Simone. My bad.
God, it's called shit. I forget. Hold up. Let me. Yeah, Gurren Lagann. I don't know why I forgot the name for a minute. I was like, I know it's the guys that studio. It's Studio Trigger before they were Trigger, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And then we have Ruby versus Maka, and this one hasn't been funded yet, but we have like 3 more weeks. It's gonna get funded. Aang versus the Traveler from Genshin Impact.
Ruby versus Maka is funded.
No, I was talking about the next one.
Oh.
You turned your brain off. Aang versus Traveler is our next one that's coming up. But yeah, that's the lineup we're dealing with right now. Crazy lineup for a Kickstarter. Like a lot of episodes coming in the next few years.
I am like excited. I'm like beyond words excited for Ash versus Yugi. Because you know what the thing is? This completely comes down to how you power scale Yugi. Because you can do this so many different ways. You can do his actual Shadow Game shit, in which he fucking obliterates Ash. But if you consider this as like Ash's strongest team of 6 from like Journeys or whatever, versus Yugi's main deck, you have like a whole different batch because you can't power scale monsters. You really can't. Because Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, if we're power scaling the monsters, you have like a whole different batch, a whole different can of worms. Do you know how much shit Dark Magician can do? Well, we know gameplay mechanics, not exactly. So it's like, are you matching them by gameplay? Because if so, Yugi just pops, what is it called? 1,000 Knives and immediately fucking kills Charizard with no hesitation. Like, he can just do that. But if we, are we counting, like, Mind Crush as its own thing, in which case Yugi obliterates Ash. But does Ash get G-Max and Z moves? Does he?
Right.
Like, it's a, like, which version are we using? You know what I mean?
I also forgot to mention this, but like a really popular one that fans have been clamoring for, I forgot to bring up, Light versus Columbo, also is coming. I'm really excited for that one.
Isn't that not like its own episode, or is it like, what is it? I've seen some people throw around like it's not an actual episode, but it's like a set of shorts or something.
It's a death battle episode that's coming.
Okay, thank God.
I think my most anticipated ones are Bowser versus Eggman, Ruby versus Monka, and that one's mainly because I learned about the lore about it. I think it was one of the people behind Ruby said they wanted this.
I don't even know what Maka is.
I forgot what show she's from, but she wields a scythe. One of the people from Ruby passed away.
Oh, Maka Albarn.
One of the people from Ruby passed away, and they said
Leader.
they wanted this matchup like really badly.
I respect it. Although I will say, I am curious on how they're going to do the animation on this, because they could. Because keep in mind, I'm just looking this up right now. So Maka, I guess I'm assuming, because this is a chick from Soul Eater, she's animated in 2D, but obviously Ruby's a 3D show. But keep in mind, Ruby does have all those sprites from Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Well, so
they don't just,
it's not out of the question they do that.
They don't just animate based on the games. They can pick and choose, and they can create.
I'm just saying that there's definitely stylistic choices they can do for this one. That's what I'm saying.
And then if this gets funded, I am kind of excited for Aang versus Traveler. Though the only problem with this is that Traveler doesn't have their entire moveset yet, because they haven't explored the last 2 regions in Genshin yet. So
feels like this would have best been saved for later.
So yeah, if they don't push this back a couple years until Traveler gets the last 2 elements, elemental powers, then yeah, this is gonna be kind of weird. But in terms of like an elemental matchup, I think it's pretty neat. I think it's a neat idea.
Okay, by my count, assuming each episode takes about a month, and there's probably some death battle cast between to pan out uploads. Like, I'm looking at this, like, 4, 2, and an extra 3. Like, this is still gonna be at minimum, like, 1.5 years out.
Yeah.
Like, this is funding this channel for the next, like, literal years.
I should mention we are gonna get a couple of these episodes before the start, like, sometime fall before 2025. Bardock, Omni-Man, Bowser vs. Eggman, and Wile E. Coyote vs. Tom should come out before 2025. The rest, I have no idea, but those 3 should be coming out pretty soon.
I'm so excited for Bowser vs. Eggman, because, like, I didn't think about it at first. Like, I was excited for it, but I was like, wait a second. No, there's so much you could do with both of them, like Fury Bowser. I know we were talking about this before. I didn't even consider Fury Bowser, like, at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, could they? It just kind of pisses me off that they're using the Egg Dragoon and all, like, the shot we saw started with the Egg Dragoon. Why the Egg Dragoon? I know it's, like, modern Eggman's most used robot, but...
Well, work in progress, and we don't know what they're going to do yet, or where this takes place in the fight. But yeah...
I just want to know if they use the Time Eater or not. That's all I want to know.
I was talking about this with my server. I don't think they should have included the armies, because the more I think about it, both, like... And more so Bowser, I think, but they have some heavy hitters that can, that they can have entire death battles about, like, Metal Sonic or King Boo. They can have episodes all on their own, because they can do that much bullshit. So
okay, I just want to point out, Bowser, yes. Eggman, no.
Well,
because here's
Metal
the thing
Sonic,
with Eggman.
Metal Sonic.
All of Eggman's important army creatures that aren't, like, dead... have usually just kind of switched to the hero side now. Like, for example, Shadow.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened with a lot of them. The thing is, Eggman's only real heavy hitter here is Metal Sonic. Which, to be fair, Metal Sonic versus any of Bowser's goons other than debatably Bowser Jr. is quite literally Atomic Bomb versus Coughing Baby.
Yeah.
Because, dude, nobody gets it, but Metal Sonic is literally that guy. Especially if they give him Neo Metal.
It is practically... because Death Battle brought this up. Like, unless they're, like, racing, Metal Sonic is pretty much just Sonic. If you, like, think about it.
Yeah, it's like he apparently, like, canonically, he is in fact slower. But the thing is, he can still pull off like a lot of insane stuff. He can turn into a dragon. He doesn't have super sign, but he can turn into a dragon. Neo Metal is fire, dude. So it's a case of literally, I feel like you could throw Bowser's entire army, and Metal Sonic could deal with it single-handedly. Plus, maybe if we're including Frontiers, Eggman gets Sage, which I mean,
possibly.
I mean, I know her alive status is a little all over the place.
Like, she might get brought up in the analysis, but it's weird. They're gonna pick and choose because I just wish they didn't include the army because this makes this question a lot more confusing.
Yeah, it almost makes it more interesting though because it's very much a case of magic versus technology, and I find that interesting.
Yeah,
like. I like to say that I think Eggman has the strongest chess pieces, but Bowser has the stronger overall fighter. You know what I mean?
And Bowser
has a lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit, and could one-man army if he really wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to be an Ultron versus Sigma situation where the army's just fighting in the background. It's just a fun little opener. But Bowser and Eggman's going to be the main show that we're going to be focused on.
I do think they'll probably take the most important characters. If we don't have Metal Sonic fighting Bowser Jr., I'm gonna be actually mad.
Right. I want to
Sage for that matter. It almost works better thematically.
I want to see Bowser shoot fire at Goombas and have them fall from the sky like Inside Story.
Dude, some of the stuff Bowser has in Inside Story, I genuinely think could give him the edge over Eggman. If we're including the armies, I feel like Eggman wins. But if we're just going by single-handed power levels. Yeah. I mean, Bowser's kind of cracked, especially if you consider, for example, Meowser.
Meowser.
You know what I mean?
Bowser did win the DBX. I don't know if that's important for this, but he did win the DBX.
I hope Eggman wins. It'd be funny.
I'm on Team Bowser, but this could go anywhere. I need to know more.
I think it could really go either way.
It could go anywhere. I don't know how far they're willing to take this, or if they decide to include everything this, I don't know, Dreamstone, Time Eater, this could go anywhere.
Yeah. Hold up. I think we should talk about Light versus Columbo last, honestly. So Kratos versus Ashura. Do you know anything about Azura's Wrath or Ashura's Wrath or whatever it is?
I only seen a video just in defense of this matchup and just saying how cool it is, and now I'm on board just to see what how intense and how just how crazy a fight this could be between these two.
For me, it's a case of I don't exactly care about the matchup. However, Ashura is indirectly a Street Fighter rep because Ryu was basically a DLC battle in this game, so I will give him a little bit of credit. I think that's cool. Also, they fought on the moon for some reason. Look at the cutscene; it's real. It's completely real.
I did see the cutscene.
It is pretty sick. It's pretty metal.
It's pretty sick.
This is why I want Composite Ryu to be a character. That'd be so fun. Because it's funny because Ryu. And I think we talked about Composite Ryu before. I think we did on the Death Battle cast. I mean, not.
We're on Death Battle cast.
God, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I think we talked about this. Did we?
I don't remember.
Well, basically, it's funny because Ryu is a lot of pretty standard achievements, and then there's just all the bullshit he does in Azura's Wrath that basically gives him turbo superhuman strength. Right. It's pretty funny actually, but yeah. So that's all I really care about.
I know people are excited for Tom the Cat versus Wile E. Coyote. I still wish Groomine or what is it, Mordecai and Rigby versus Finn and Jake won, but. It's going to be a fun little cartoon animated matchup. I can't deny that. It'll be pretty funny.
I think it'll be fun at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rematches. I'm assuming it might, by rematch of your choice, might include everything, but these might just be the 3 examples of controversial death battles that might get a redo. I'm all in on if it's Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, because that original match was fucking bullshit. I'm so mad about it, because I've done more and more of my research, because I remember watching the video on this, I'm thinking, this is not how the fucking Omnitrix works. Are you guys deaf? Stupid? They use classic Ben 10. Why would you use classic and not Omniverse? I know it's the recognizable design for the thumbnail, but you intentionally nerfed the shit out of him so Green Lantern would win. Get the fuck out.
So I watched Death Battle casts, and they were like talking about each like choice or whatever. They said they would not like to do Ben 10 versus Green Lantern because all they would do was make it so that Ben 10 was the Omniverse version, and they said the matchup wouldn't change it, like the result wouldn't change at all. It just would be better explained. So they said they'd rather not do that, but if it gets voted, it will win. And I don't know if they say it's not going to be a good idea for a matchup or a rematch. Then I'm just going to take their word for it. You know, they're the creators.
The thing is, I am all in on just because I want some proper respect put on Ben's name. That is my childhood goat. That was my boy. So like, I don't know. Like maybe if it's a different matchup with Ben, I'll be just as satisfied as long as they actually make it fair for once. But you know,
they said
I would like to see it.
They just said it would be better explained, like not much would be changed, and that's where I'm just like, okay, well, I don't really.
Yeah, because they did not research Ben. They just did not.
Well, they said they did. They did. They just had to explain. They had to use a whole Death Battle cast to apparently explain it. They couldn't explain it within the episode because it was like too much. Apparently.
Yes, it would be.
I don't know.
All right.
I guess
what rematch do you want to see?
I mean, okay, I kind of want to see Yang versus Tifa because I know Tifa would beat her ass and it would be kind of funny, but beat Yang's ass. But I think the best choice, if we're going by this graphic, is going to be Master Chief versus Doom Guy. And also, if they're going to use Doomslayer, I know it's a joke that they're two separate characters, but will use the Slayer or the Guy?
Use the Slayer. And the thing is, it might just be versus Doom Guy for like titling reasons, because technically I think the point this episode came out, if I'm not mistaken, Slayer wasn't like the adapted name, but now like Doom Slayer is what he's called on everything. So it would probably be better if they just rename the episode to Master Chief versus Doom Slayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If I get to pick any rematch that I wanted, maybe I'll choose Wolverine versus Raiden. Not that I have a problem with the result, but just because I wanted, like, I feel like more could be explored, I guess. It's still a sweep. Raiden still beats Wolverine's ass, but like, I don't know, that original thing was so awesome, and I don't know, I just feel like there's more to be explored there. It's not deserving of it at all. I just think it'd be cool to bring them back.
I mean, honestly, if you want, like something I think would make for a non-interesting rematch, but I remember being disappointed by was it was the freaking God, I think it was Red versus Ty. It's just Charizard versus Greymon. Okay,
Yeah.
It's just Charizard versus Greymon. But I remember seeing the animation when I was little. It was one of the first Death Battle episodes I ever watched and thinking it was dog shit. So I would like a rematch of that. But specifically, it's been literal years since I watched the episode, but if I recall correctly, limiting it to specifically Ty's Agumon was fucked up. Because I still think Agumon completely washes the shit out of Charizard just because Omnimon exists.
Yeah.
But the fact that we didn't get to see the alternative evolutions, come on. Rise Greymon is just Metal Greymon with the minigun. Not a minigun, fucking... a railgun. That's what it's called. The giant laser cannon. Like, come on. We should have been able to see the other ones. So I'd love for them to rematch that as literally just outright Charizard, who does have a G-Max form now. It's important. It's important to note. He does have it.
He's not going to win, but it helps a little bit.
But it would make for an interesting set piece. You know I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
So I think that could be interesting. It's not really a remake. That's more of a redux, almost.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh, I thought about this. I think I would like to see Shao Kahn versus Akuma again. I just didn't like the episode. I just think it could have been done a little bit better.
I remember watching that episode, and it was like, this looks like ass.
Yeah, I was like, I just think the fight could look better. It's kind of the same thing with Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. It's a little too recent, and I don't think the outcome would change, but...
The thing is, wait, who won that?
Shao Kahn, I believe.
Really?
He, like, ate his soul or something.
Nah, Akuma is fucking in... Like, that. Well, I guess they've kind of buffed Akuma recently as of Street Fighter 6. He's now even stronger.
Yeah, this was Akuma a while ago, yeah.
Well, did they include the one from Hyper Street Fighter 4? I don't fucking know.
I
I remember thinking it was ass and then forgetting immediately after.
I just Shao Kahn like ate his soul. Like he just ate it, and and that's how he won.
I'm pretty sure Akuma doesn't technically have a soul anymore. If I'm not mistaken. I'm out of date on my Street Fighter lore. I haven't played the DLC for 6 yet, so I haven't met him at all.
Yeah. Anyways, Mahito Shigaraki, the touch battle. The one touch you're dead battle. The predator fight.
Oh my god, wait. No. Mahito is not that shit.
I know.
Mahito is not that deep.
I know.
Shigaraki's the guy from My Hero, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he all for one?
No.
Right?
He touches you, you're dead. Like you turn into stone, you die.
Okay, but Mahito is way cooler than that. It's literally the only reason Mahito lost in JJK. Spoilers, by the way. I'm not like heavy spoilers, but like vague battle related spoilers. The only reason he lost is because he ran out of souls to use. That's literally it. He literally would have beat the fuck out of Yuji if he didn't just run out of shit to use.
I was looking into this fight, and you have to like set some like ground rules on this fight, or it's just not gonna work. Because there's no in My Hero Academia, there's no like souls or spiritual energy. So if you go with that logic, then Mahito has nothing to work with. Shigaraki, he can't. He only destroys the physical, and Mahito can live on as long as his soul's still around. So if you go with that logic, then Mahito's never gonna lose. So it's
it's that kind of makes things interesting. But here's the difference, though. Does Shigaraki have like any actual physical abilities outside of just
dude?
work?
He's so fast. He's insanely fast.
Okay, but does he have like any like strength feats outside of just hitting hard? I guess.
Well, I mean, he destroyed an entire city with just touching the ground.
Okay, that explains it. Because the thing is, Mahito is like matter manipulation, basically.
Yeah.
You can effectively make a shape out of anything and also make it alive, even though it's technically already alive, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So, specifically, some of his fights in Season 2 were fucking nuts visually. Like, there's a lot of shit he can do, and the difference is that he doesn't have to touch to win. That's the difference with Mahito. Like, he does not have to make contact to win, because he can still beat the shit out of you normally.
Yeah. That's what makes this fight interesting, though. Shigaraki also has a bunch of different quirks as well. When I was researching this, like he can just look at you and apparently knows everything about you. I don't know.
What the fuck happened after Season 2?
I don't know. I was just
what the hell are giving them multiple? What
dude,
the shit?
That's why I was like so confused. I'm like, why is this a fight? But then I was looking into it, and Shigaraki gets it like insane later. Like this is like anime too. Like. I don't read the manga. I was just looking at the anime. Shigaraki gets fucking insane. He can fight Deku. Like, it's insane.
All right. The next one on the list. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. Holy shit.
You did kind of briefly talk about it, but yeah.
So, the cases with Ash versus Yugi is it's a matter of they both kind of run on anime rules, but the difference is that Yugi is confined to card game mechanics, and Ash is loosely, very loosely, confined by game mechanics. So, like RPG mechanics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like because the thing is, Yugi could literally win this fucking immediately.
They gotta set ground rules.
I mean, they don't even have to start the battle to win.
They have to same with Mahito versus Shigaraki. You gotta set some ground rules, or this is not gonna be a fight at all.
Like the thing is, Ash canonically does have a shit ton of physical ability, but that doesn't matter against a guy who literally can open his hand and say "Mind Crush" and fucking kill you. He can do that. He can just do that. Well, I mean, I think the condition for Mind Crush is that Yugi has to win in a game first, so we could really get meta with it instead of the actual battle. But if you power scale the monsters, do you count the Blue Eyes fusions? Do you count the one that was just released in the TCG the other day? Do you count Exodia? Yugi had Exodia, but he doesn't anymore after the first episode.
I hope this is just a
TCG support.
I hope this is just a monster fight and not just a I'm allowed to fight the trainer, so here I am. I'm gonna beat up Red.
For the record, if this is a monster fight, Yugi gets fucking washed. But that depends on which Ash we're using. If we're using original series, yeah, I'd say it would actually be a fair fight.
And
it
then
really
which
just comes down
mons?
to Dark.
Which ones
like,
are we
it
gonna
really
use?
just comes down to Dark Magician versus Charizard. If we're going like composite Ash with everything, it wipes the fucking floor.
Ash Greninja,
But,
Pikachu, Charz, Jesus Christ, like
even, or if we go with his Journeys team, which I guess is canonically considered
It's-
his best
oh,
team,
like,
but it's
come
kind
on.
of weird.
like fuck
But
off.
like, the thing is, I feel like if you're going to give Ash the later series and not just the '90s one, I think if you look at the thumbnail specifically, that's his art from XYZ.
Yeah.
Yes, I recognize the pose.
Oh, I mean, it's just for the sake. It's the sake of the Kickstarter. I wouldn't look too into it for now.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? Is that
Yeah.
like, if they do go with a composite version of these characters, the real question for Yugi is, do you just use, because he's, unlike Ash, Yugi's only had the one series, surprisingly. I know, I'm shocked. But the thing is, Yugi keeps getting new shit in the card game. Like, just the other day, they released an entire Exodia stuff. All of Yugi's monsters, individually, most of them have their own archetypes now. They just gave literally this goofy-ass lion that he only uses a couple times a whole-ass new archetype. Just for this fucking lion. So, like, how far do you go with Yugi is the question. Because, like I said, if he's confined to the original series, he's basically running on very, very undefined mechanics. But if you're going to do, like, 90s versus 90s, Yugi wipes the fucking floor with him. So it's like, what the hell, man? It's such a complex matchup on how you define the rules. But, you know, you get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a case of, what the hell do we count? Because if you scale a little too much in either direction at full power, I think this could be interesting for both of them. If you ignore... Well, I mean, the match will probably get finished with Mind Crush anyway. I fully believe it will. If Yugi at least wins the monster battle, it's going to end with Mind Crush regardless. But, you know, I find it interesting. Like, what are they going to do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is the monsters don't have feats. They have mechanics. So, you know.
Again, set some ground rules, because, yeah. They do it sometimes. Makima versus Gojo, they had to clarify this is the same Japan, and they had to clarify that curses are devils, are the same thing in this universe, this hypothetical scenario, just to make the fight make sense.
Yeah, it's like with Yugi, you're gonna have to stretch that, like, the card game mechanics function as attacks because the monsters move. In the anime, especially in the later anime, like in Arc 5 and Vrains, the monsters are literally physical. Kind of. It's complicated. They aren't really in the original. They're like holograms, but they still have movement, but they don't have feats. So, like, the Dark Magician has no actual feats, just technical feats. Because 2,500 is bigger than 1,000. You know what I mean? So... Oh, God, I hope this match goes right. I'm fucking praying, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking up what the hell the White Lantern is right now. I'm just...
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out...
It's probably the least, like, the only matchup I know very little about.
I'm trying to figure out... Because I know each of the Lantern Corps are defined by, like, a very specific, like, emotion? So that's why I'm trying to figure it out. Hold up. What powers White Lanterns? Yeah, I know shit they use power rings. I'm trying to figure out what they... Oh. Okay, holy shit, never mind. No, Simone's about to get fucking washed. I don't know what the hell happens in the latter half of Gurren Lagann. Oh, it's powered to... It's, like, powered by life itself. So I guess, like... Hope? I guess? Because don't originate from anything specifically. Because the whole thing with Gurren Lagann is that it really ends like an optimistic hope is the real power message or whatever, to my limited knowledge. So, I guess this makes sense thematically. I don't have much else to say.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Ruby versus Maka.
I'm just happy for the team because
Good for them. Let them cook.
Just two Scythe girls. I don't know anything about them. I'll watch their two shows eventually, but yeah, I'm just happy. Just happy. Just that I know the backstory behind it. Rather, yeah, I don't know. It's two people wielding a scythe. It'll be cool to watch, even though like there's some fights where I'm just like, oh, this is just cool to watch. Like I don't know anything about these two, but it's a cool fight. And I think it'll just be a cool fight.
This matchup is 1 degree away from well, actually no, it's 2 degrees away from Persona, because it's Ruby, then BB Tag, then Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. So, hey, I think that's neat. I literally don't know anything else about Ruby other than they had some characters in that game. I know nothing else.
Yeah. Then you got Aang versus Traveler. I think it's cool. I know everyone's like, ew, Genshin, but like I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. Just please wait a couple of years when Traveler actually has all the elements and we know what the so Traveler doesn't have Pyro or Cryo, which is fire and ice. Those are the only 2 elements they're missing out of the 7 of the world. While Aang's series has been completed for a while, so this matchup can't even happen right now.
It's very much a case of, I feel like they're betting on it taking just long enough for them to start working like on the animation and all the writing and stuff. They just gotta hope that at least both of those come out first, you know? Because I feel like if either of them isn't out by the time this episode gets released, it's going to be a we want a rematch scenario. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, well, if you're not at full power, that's why everybody hated Ben. That's why everybody hated the Ben versus Green Lantern one, because it wasn't maximum power. But in this case, it's literally gatekept by real world stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we're assuming 1 episode a month, there's at least like a year and a half between these.
Yeah.
So,
to clarify, we I think it's like a week or maybe a month. Traveler's about to go to the Fire Nation. They're about to get the fire element, so it would be 1 more year from now, and they're gonna get the cryo element. So if they're willing to hold out until then.
Okay, that's gonna be fine then. That's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because like, if they're gonna hold, we just, bleh. As long as Genshin gets its update and the game doesn't explode or implode or explode,
yeah,
it'll be fine. I think it'll probably be okay. I don't think I'll even bother watching it, but
I genuinely think it's a cool idea, and also a little unfair because Traveler has 7 elemental powers while Aang has 4. So I think that's gonna be interesting.
The thing is, though, is water's a separate element for the Traveler, right?
So in Genshin they have I'm
just asking if it's just the 2, because if I'm not mistaken, in Avatar, for example, like water also counts for stuff like blood and ice, if I'm not mistaken. They're just kind of lumped together. Like earthbending includes like metal. I'm pretty sure Aang specifically can't do metal, but it lumps metal in with like the earth stuff. So there's a little bit of overlap technically.
Traveler gets Dendro, which is like grass or like tree power, I guess. Dendro, Geo, which is ground, Cryo, which is ice, Pyro, fire, Hydro, which is water, Electro, which is electricity.
Like electricity is under Aang. It's just part of fire.
And then
I don't think, like I said, I don't think he can do electricity, but
yeah. And then obviously Anemo for wind. I think I named all the 7. I might be wrong, but yeah,
so it's very similar ground covered.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see the matchup. I think it's
just
more
think
fair
it's a cool
than you're
idea.
giving it credit for.
Yeah, no, it's kind of fair. The only thing I could see throwing a wrench into this plan is that like technically this is a nerfed Traveler, because at the beginning of the game you're like a god, you're a wandering god, and then you get strike down and sent to this world, and the only power you have is all these elements you're getting from these different nations. So I'm wondering if we also have to wait for her to get her godhood back. I don't know.
I mean, you could just say it as the god and use that as the finisher.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question. You could start low power and then just say fucking God Beam.
Yeah. I'm a loser and I know about Traveler, I know, but I gotta watch Avatar as well. But yeah. And then there's Light versus Columbo, which it was teased a lot in season 10. But it never happened, so now it's definitely happening. So that's gonna be cool.
It's a running joke, if anything.
It's a running
like they're
gag.
actually gonna do an episode out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I just want, the thing is, we all know how it's going to end, but it's more of a matter of how it happens. That's what I think makes the matchup interesting, because we know Columbo is gonna solve the case, but Honestly, I hope that they put more time into the like animation over anything. Because here's the thing: there's two ways this matchup could go. You either A, explain it all beforehand, then watch the actual investigation play out, or B, let them ramble on about what's happening in the investigation and basically just make a 20-minute anime episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, that'd be really fucking cool.
But yeah, that's our Kickstarter episodes. What a revival for Death Battle. I'm so glad it's going to be sticking around for years to come. And the fact that this thing got funded in 21 minutes and it's sitting at 600,000. How the fuck do you say that number? $6,200,000. I think I said that right.
Yeah, like literally, I'm pretty sure if we count the amount of episodes together,
620,000.
like,
there we go. That's how we say.
Yeah, exactly. Like 5, 7, 9, 10, like 12, 14,
Whole season
15,
and more.
17, 19. Yeah, 21 episodes are already funded. And there's a very real chance we'll probably get more than that, considering I'm like, this is to get them off the ground and going again.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a very real chance I could easily fund a couple more episodes after this if the ad revenue is there and memberships and all that too.
Yeah, I recently they relaunched memberships. I became a member because it's crazy. They're gonna be around again for years to come, and it's awesome. They're their own separate team, not owned by any company, and it's a great time to be alive.
Fucking finally, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. We love to see it, man. We love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, I just know I'm excited for Ash versus Yugi, like absolutely, and Bowser versus Eggman. I am hyped beyond belief. Has there ever actually been a Yu-Gi-Oh contestant before? Hold up. I'm just checking because I feel like, yeah, I don't think there has been a proper. Oh no, they did the I guess did they do a battle royale or something for this before? Maybe no, that's fan art. Yeah. But I just want to say, lots of potential here. I'm very excited. But yeah, that's it. All right, you ready to wrap up the episode? Because we've been yapping for at least an hour, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching News the episode.
Okay. So, for the comment question, because I guess we talked about it the most here. Out of curiosity, I'm trying to think. We've already asked, like, oh, what death battle do you want to see? Like, we've already done that before. But specifically, what rematch do you want to see the most? That's what I'm curious about. I want to see what you guys have picked for your the rematch you want to see.
Let's also say this one isn't locked behind time constraint when it came out. So yeah, if you wanted Galactus and Unicron to fight again, even though they're the most recent one, sure, let's go with that. You can do that.
Screw it, man. Do you want a slight redux of instead of having Ash versus Tides, instead Charmander versus Agumon? Bet. Say that instead. You get what I'm saying. All right, that's going to be it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell every other Wednesday. New episodes. Yep, that's a thing. And if you're watching on Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating, and the comments we will not read. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and have an outstanding night. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.